We're live. Hello, everyone, everybody, everybody. Good morning. Aloha kakahiaka. Thanks for joining me. We are in beginner hula this morning. We're doing week 3 of La'iei Kawai, and I was going to go on to the next verse, but two things. A, I haven't worked out some choreo changes that I want to do for the third verse, and B, I have some choreo changes for the first verse and the second verse. They're minor, but I want to go back and review all those. So this is going to be a review day, but it's going to be good because I think we could use it. Especially since last week, La'iei Kawai, I was so like out of my brain. We're going to clear everything up. We're going to get it all good. We're going to run it a bunch of times. And then next week, we'll be ready to move on to the third verse. So yeah, it'll be good. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. All our normal stuff that we like to say at the beginning. Don't forget to listen to your body. I want you to make sure you're paying attention, get a good warm up and stretch. When we're doing stretching, you can follow me or you can modify it however you want so that you can make sure you are getting the stretch that you need for your body. I want you to make sure you're focusing on your legs, make sure that you're focusing on the muscles around your hips and all that good stuff. Next, if you would like to make a donation for these classes to the LA Belly Dance Academy, that would be so nice of you. If you can't, don't worry about it, because the point of all this is that we all want to dance together and stay busy during all the stuff that's going on. But if you'd like to, then you can make that to LA Belly Dance Academy. There's a little cash sign right down there, and there's other ways that you can do that if you go to the website labellydanceacademy.com. You can also help by liking and sharing these videos and this channel, because that's going to help other people discover it, and then we can broaden the audience, and then we can get more people in here dancing with us together, and what could be better than that? So if you could do that, that would be super great. And then last but not least, if you have a kumu hula, make sure that you ask them first before you're taking online classes. When it comes to Polynesian dance, especially hula, there's a lot of elements of protocol that we want to make sure that we're following and that we're showing our teachers all that same amount of respect and following all the same stuff. Okay, so let's jump in. We're going to do our warm-up and then stretch. Our warm-up, we're doing ummies, which are big hip circles. Push out, use your knees. Remember, your knees need to be working back and forth like this, separate from each other. When you're pushing your hips around, you don't want your knees going like this. You want your knees going like this. Okay, so back and forth, and then our feet are going to be wide apart at first. That's just to get our muscles warming up and to get some, get the muscles around our knees, all that kind of stuff, like in the mix. And then when we bring our feet in, they're a little bit less than shoulder width apart, and they're super, super straight. So try and pay attention to whether your feet are going like this. If you're those ballet dancers where your feet are like this, whatever, so that later on you don't have to think about it. Okay, cool. Let's do it. We're going to do our warm up, our stretch, and then we're going to go straight into just a kaholo and kahela warm up. So just follow me. Oh, wait, no, first, sorry. Warm up, stretch, ha'aleva drill with hands, then kaholo. And then we'll talk about something. We're going to do a drill today that we're going to practice that you guys are going to love me for. Okay, here we go. All right, so again, if you guys can wide apart, make big circles. Start back, follow me, tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Stop here. Side, back. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Keep going. And stop here. Let's switch double time. Back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Keep going. Remember, move your knees back and forth. 1, 2. Let's switch. And 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good job. Keep going. Push around. And switch. Make sure that you're flexing your muscles above your hips, like a wave in a stadium. All around. Good job. Keep on. Switch. 1, 2. Back. 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 Right. It goes up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Feet in. Let's go. Back. 1, 2. Remember, move your knees back and forth. Keep flat. Switch. Let's go forward and Hula. We're going to turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Same thing on this side. 4 here. 1, 2, 3. And Hula. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Let's go 2 up, 2 down. 2, and just drop. Keep your feet flat. Up. 1, 2, 1, 2, down. Switch. Up and drop. Nice. Drop. Up. Drop. Good. Stabilize the shoulders. Switch. You want your upper body to be nice and still. You don't want it to be rolling around like a top. Right? Up. 2, drop. And switch. Good job. Drop. And one more set. Up. Good job. Shoulders. Remember to modify these stretches so you get the stretch you need. Yes. Oh, stretch those shoulders. Up on your toes. Reach. Up. 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 Good. Up and down into squats. Reach. Up. And down. Up. Down. Good job. One hand, reach. And down, hold here. Good, up and over to the side. Over to one side. This way and lunge. Remember when you're lunging here? Drop the heels, stretch up half.
Now when I wake up and see the morning sunshine, paint a picture of perfection. If you so survive, oh, I can hold your body close and feel you in it. So I know how to take just a little more time to have another sip, your little kisses like wine. Take a hundred I hate, my calandi, my ʻohana. That's so divine.
Down here, take a turn. And just run my dog to that way. Drop the heel.
That's so divine. Take a hundred I hate, my
Good. Step back.
Take a journey. I'm a coast on the east side. I take you to a place where the sun shines. Now you can stand the storm and you realize it's heavily get out there. Down in the valley. My Rio, yes, it is the mountain. My native people living happy. No fuss, confusion, and no worry. Need no money, I'm living is free. Lucky you live back in the market. Haven't been there yet, and yet you are sick. You love it, what do you like? The most spectacular and scenery. Everywhere you look, beautiful with scenery. From mountains, arrows, to droplets and sea. Because I must let you come follow me. Follow me, follow me, follow me.
Good. All right, let's do our ha'alawa drill. Here we go. I want your ha'alawa to start. I don't want you to stop through this whole thing. So we're going to go right and left. You'll mirror me. Okay. With your up and up. And ha'alawa. Side to side. Right. Left. Right. Left. Hold your elbows still. Okay, keep going, don't stop. Okay, I want you to draw attention to your feet. Make sure they're flat on the floor. Make sure you're not rolling like this. Stretch your floor. So you can for me. No. Rolling. Keep going. Keep flat. Make sure your knees are moving. Keep going. Watch your knees. You're pushing back and back. As opposed to them being locked together like this. Right. Left. Right. And hands out. Up. Down. Up. Down. Good. Keep going. Don't stop. Good. Right and left. Stretch. Relax. See what my hands are doing. They're stretching. Relaxing. Stretch. Relax. Keep your elbow up high. Right. Left. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I want just a stretch. Relax. Stretch. Don't overcomplicate it. Go right and left. Right. Left. Going push. Push, push, push. Keep it up. Right and left. Sit a little bit lower if you can. Get some of that more range of motion in your hips by bending your knees. Make sure your fingers are together. Check in with your thumb. Make sure your thumb is alongside your hand. It's not sticking out like this. Right? It's not sticking out. It's not up. Just right alongside. Nice and straight. Just stretch, relax. Stretch, relax. Keep going. Push. Don't stop. Elbows up, elbows up. Good. Keep going. You got it. Right. Now one of the shoulders to the girl. We're going to do next. Not next. Good. Now let's do one of these hands here. And use your fingers, make sure they're closed. Relax. All right, let's go straight into our kaholo. 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. Near me. Go. Kaholo. Right. Relax. Still warming up. Come on. Don't just step. We're not here like this. Right? We're pushing. Step up. Job, you got it. Hands up. Good job. Ready? Change the hands. Forward to side. Forward to side. Practice our equal one. Equal fit. More we go forward. Face back. Keep on. Equal fit. Good job. Hands back here. And the other way. This way. Number 2. Number 1. Number 2. Keep the elbows up. 1. Keep going back and forth. Done. Good job, you got it. Yeah, keep the elbows up. And aloha. Woo, good job. Yes. All right. Yes. Lincoln's not in here today. He's my husband's working from home today, so Lincoln's bugging him in the other room. So he's gonna get more attention. Okay, let's do our we're gonna do one more drill. I want to give one quick little note. I haven't used this song in class before. The reason we always use the same songs in class is because I don't get kicked off the live stream when I use these songs. But this is a new one, so hopefully we won't. But if the live stream goes down, jump back on because I'm gonna jump right back on. So don't worry. Just come back and do some kaholo while you wait or whatever. But yeah, so don't worry about it. That's just a little caveat there. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I want to work today on, since this is the beginner class, on arms and hands. So we talk a lot about footwork, different moves, and we talk about the hands a little bit. I like to do that hand drill at the beginning of every single class because I think it helps to build some strength and warms up your hands and gets them used to kind of moving in that sort of way, as opposed to putting the focus on, like, a lot of people feel like if they haven't danced hula, they think that it's very all about fingertips and things like that. They do stuff like this, and also that's with another caveat that there are tons of different styles of hula, of course. So you might see but for me, mine tends to be flatter hands, and although I've noticed that that's been evolving the last couple of years. I'm doing more hand movement than I used to. But I do think it's very important. One thing that Lewa Kahiko Kulani Hewitt says is that, you know, when you are working, when you're learning hula, you want to start simple first. You want to start simple and build up the control before you're kind of adding in more of the flourishes and stuff. So you want to build up that control in your hands before you're doing a whole lot of hand movements. So remember to keep those fingers together and keep that thumb along your hand here like this. But I want to talk about more than just the hands, all the way up to your shoulders. Okay, so having that kind of control, you know, we're going to review verse 2 today. We've got these like bird motions, and a lot of that has to do more with your shoulders than anything. And so let's just kind of go mark where we want to teach our arms and our hands to live and be, because as soon as they get used to being in these specific spots, you won't have to think about it anymore. They're naturally just going to go there in that spot without, I don't have to at all think about this. I don't have to think to myself, get your elbows up, get your elbows up. Sometimes I do see video of myself and I see that my shoulders are hunched just a little bit, especially when I'm like really feeling it, but I don't like how it looks. So I'm like, oh girl, you got to put some attention on that for a little while until your shoulders learn. So yeah, let's mark. What we want to do is anytime that we have our hands up and out, I want you to mark your elbow to your shoulder. So if your hands are up like this, then what's happening is I can look down my shoulder and I see that my elbow here is in line with my shoulder. And I see that my elbow here, all the way down to my fingertips is also in line with my shoulder. So this is just your basic side motion here, but it's up. It's not like this. It's not like this. These are in line with each other, right? You have a nice clean line. And then when you move back and forth from one side to the other, your elbows don't really, if you're just doing that from one side to the other, look how much my elbows move. They really don't. Okay, so your elbows kind of stay there. What happens if we're not used to this is our elbows get sneaky, right? Whichever elbow is going into the bent position is going to, what tends to happen is it'll sneak up like this. So you're pushing, as you're switching like this, then and especially because your attention is on that hand, because it's the outstretched hand, whether it's doing something or even if it's not, you're looking this way. Meanwhile, this elbow is all the way up here, right? That's not what you want. You want to tuck it. So if I were in class with you, I would be saying, pull your elbow back, tuck your elbow back. It's not because I'm trying to do this. It's because your elbow has snuck up like this. And I want you to be in line with your shoulder. So at any moment, I want you to look down, all the way to your fingertips here. And there's your elbow there. And then when you switch, you can see fingertips and elbow in line with your shoulders. Okay, all the way. You want to keep these up. Now, going all the way down to your fingertips is really important what position your fingertips are in, because another thing you see often is you might be here like this, but fingertips will be like that, or even like this. And you can be here, and if your arms are looking a little slack like this, or down, even just your fingertips are down a couple of inches, suddenly all the energy is like, and that's kind of how your dancing looks, is it looks kind of like here. Like that's instantly the energy has just dropped, even though it's just my fingertips. Brightening them up like that, suddenly I look like a much stronger, more controlled dancer. So get that energy all the way out to your fingertips, kind of brighten them up here like this without letting them fall down like that. All right, roll your shoulders a little bit more. Let's see, what else did I want to say? Let's talk about hand placement. Okay, hand placement is a mental thing, I think. A lot of times when you see beginner hula dancers, they are just thinking, where does my hand go? My hand goes here, my hand goes there, my hand goes there. And as they're doing this, they're hitting the marks. They might be technically hitting the marks, but what really matters, especially in a slow song like La Ie Kawai, right? We are wanting what's happening with your hands in between is so important. Not just is your hand getting to the spot where it goes, but how is it getting there? So it makes a big difference if I'm going like this, versus if I'm our first two motions. Here, right? If I'm going ai, la, ie, I, kawai, versus going here and placing down. What I want you to think of is that you are, instead of just moving your hand from one spot to another, you are picking up your hand and you are placing it in a new spot. So your hands are here, you place them here. Now you are picking them up and you're setting them out here like this. So picking up and placing. I pick up my hand here, I place it down right there. You're placing your hand in a different spot. Now this depends on, oh yeah, San Francisco in the house. This depends a lot on the choreography, of course, because some choreography you're going to be like, maybe the move is pushing, or you're making kind of a bay motion, or, you know, you're doing like waves, things like that. Or you just need to be sliding the hand out, and that's part of the point of the move, is that motion, kind of tracing like a space in front of you or wherever. But your basic, like place to place to place motion is not just about your hand lands somewhere and then it lands somewhere else. It's about you have placed your hand here, then you pick up your hand and you are placing it somewhere else. So if you can kind of think of that in your mind, have that like mindset, I think it changes the way you move your hands around in a certain space. Again, this is very basic, but this is the beginner class. And if you're a more experienced hula dancer, I want you to be checking in with yourself, making sure, have my elbows been drooping a little bit? Are my fingertips nice and like, you know, nice and strong here? So pick up, place. My hands are here. I pick them up, I place them, and then they're up and down, right? Okay, good. Now, let's get to our drill. Let me know if you have any questions, by the way. I can see the little chat box on the side today, so you can let me know. Here's what we're doing. We're going to kind of build some muscle in our shoulders. We always talk about hula legs, right? We don't talk about hula shoulders. But trust me, if you're going to take like a 3-hour workshop or something like that from a cool hula that's running a lot of drills and burning through choreography, you are going to need some muscles in those shoulders, because you got to hold your arms up and you're trying to dance the end of the workshop when everybody's doing it line by line, and you're trying to, you got to get those elbows up. So here's how the drill is going to go. We're going to make this that kind of bird motion similar to what we're doing in the song, but not exact. And the hands are going to go, the motion we're going to do is going to go here and then up. Okay? So you're just kind of rolling out into like a bird wing, and then up and then down. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I want you to pay attention to your shoulders here, because you can see I'm not just going here, right? Up. What's happening is I'm rolling my shoulder back. This shoulder is coming back. And if you are a belly dancer, or if you have taken some belly dance classes on this channel or anywhere else, you're going to recognize that, because that's how, I'm not a belly dancer, but that's like this. That's how you get your arms really snaky, right? Is by rolling the shoulder back. It's not just about your elbow and your hand. It's about rolling that shoulder back out to your fingertips. So we're going to do those both together. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I get up to the top, you can't really see it. Well, let's fix this. When I'm here, I roll 1, 2, 3, 4. So my hands are facing out. And then all the way down 5, 6, 7, 8. The last thing I want to say is make sure that you keep your shoulders pulled down. So you're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's something I would do. Okay. So make sure you got your shoulder blades pulled down in the back. And yeah, this is going to Be challenging. So if it starts burning, I want you to try to stick with it, please. If I was in class, it'd be like, everybody would be like in it together. We are in it together. I just can't see you to yell at you. So you have to yell at yourself. I'm just kidding. Don't yell at yourself. Be kind to yourself. Yell at you like I would yell at you. Okay, here we go. Again, if the live stream goes down, jump right back on. And we'll just be sad that we can't use this song because it's so great. All right, let's start this just stationary here. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. Here we go, to the right, mirror me. Right. If you sing while you're dancing, you can put the paint on your face and it just looks like you're emotional. Come on. Get heavy, come on. Right here with you. I haven't done this in a long time, so my shoulders are right. Everybody. Keep rolling those shoulders, I can see you. Not really, but you said I can. You can push. Almost done. Almost done. And go. Almost done. Keep going to the end. Keep them up here. Up, up, up. And slowly, slowly follow me, follow me. And down. Good job. Roll your shoulders. Roll your shoulders. Give them a good stretch. Your shoulders are like, what did I do to deserve this? But it's good for you. Build up that stamina. Good job. Good work. Get some water or tea. Whatever. Ready? Okay. Let's get into our song, our review. Yeah. Good. Hope you're feeling the burn. I know I am. I did this a couple days ago in my Zoom class, and I was reminded of just how long it's been since I've been doing that. I used to be like all the way at the end, no problem. Yeah, I blame COVID. No, I'm just kidding. It's been a long time. Anyway, okay, let's get into our song. You can find the lyrics in the Google Drive folder, which I posted here in the chat box. So go ahead and open that up. Also, note here, I also posted the link to the Kekukui Ho'onoa Facebook group. We always have really great discussions on there. So if you are not in there yet, jump in, send me a request. And yeah, you can always ask me any questions that you have. I always like to say, if you have a question, chances are, you know, somebody else probably has the same question. And some people have anxiety about asking questions. And if you ask yours, then you could really be helping them out. Not only that, some people might be like, they didn't even know that they had that question. They're like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize I'm not sure what happens at that with the arms at that spot until somebody asked that. So please ask questions. Let's talk. We're also talking about books. I'm thinking about starting a book club. We'll talk about that another time. Okay, so open up your la'iei kawai. Again, we're just going to review today, and then we'll push forward next week. All right, so this song was written by Lehua Kawai Hewitt, the incomparable. He is wonderful and magnificent and a prolific poet and songwriter, in addition to being an amazing dancer and kumuhula. Silas' shoulders are broken now. No! Want to help, not hurt. Stretch him out. Drink some water. So we're talking about la'iei kawai, right? So let's just review where we're at so far. La'iei kawai was born in Laie with on Oahu with her twin sister La'iei Lohe, right? And after some drama with the dad, she was taken by her grandmother, or I don't know if she was actually a grandmother or if she was like a grandmotherly figure named Waka. Waka took her, and kahuna from another part of Oahu took La'iei Lohe. So the girls are split up. Waka takes La'iei kawai. At first they're living in a pond, in a cave that you can only access by diving into the water and finding the entrance. And they're living there. But then this prophet from Kauai sees the rainbow, and he starts trying to follow them and find them. And Waka is trying to keep La'iei kawai safe and secret. So they kind of hopscotch around. There he is. They kind of hopscotch around until they end up in Paliuli, which is basically our Hawaiian Garden of Eden, right? And it's in Puna on the Big Island. And so Waka, they build a house, and it's thatched with feathers from the Yo'o bird. And basically La'iei kawai just lives fabulously, floating around on birds all day. And what else do you want? So we got this guy, Aibohikupua, who is a chief on Kauai, who hears about her, and he decides he's going to make her his bride. And he gathers up his people to go find her. Along the way, he gets himself into some trouble, making commitments he's got no intention of keeping to Hina, the famous chiefess of Maui. And he gets down to Paliuli, sees his little dinky present that he brought her, this little feather mantle, and he's very embarrassed when he sees her fabulous, magnificent house. And he decides to leave and come back. I think that's where we left it, right? Did we leave it there where he was bringing his? Did we talk about his sisters? Someone remind me. Oof, sorry, I should have. There's so many chapters to the story, but I can't remember where we left off. I'm gonna jump in where I think we left off, that he went back to Kauai and asked his 5 sisters to come with him, and they said sure, yeah, let's do it. Right? Yeah, he made it back home to bring his sister. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes, mahalo. Cool. So he's on Kauai. He wants to go back to the Big Island and find her again and try to but he enlists the help of his 5 sisters, and 4 of his sisters are named after in this version of the legend. 4 of his sisters are named after 4 different types of mele, and then his 5th sister is named Kahalo Mapuana. His name means like the scent of the hollow tree. That's his youngest sister. So basically, they jump in the canoes, they go down, they, again, go around the Hamakua coast, around Hilo, back down to Puna on the Big Island, and they find Paliuli, and they find the fabulous house. By the time they get there, it's like midnight. And so he and his sisters, he's like trying to figure out what to do. So he decides to send his sister, his oldest sister, to send out basically kind of waft the scent of that mele towards into the house to wake up Laie Kawai and have her come outside so Aiwohi Kupua can chat her up. And the sister does this, and she sends out, it's like the softest, sweetest smelling mele scent. And Laie Kawai wakes up, smells it, and Waka wakes up too, and Laie Kawai is like, what's happening? You know, I smell this. Waka's like, I know what's going on. Aiwohi Kupua's here. He's going to try to marry you. Absolutely not. Not on my watch. Go back to bed. And so Laie Kawai is like, oh, okay. So she goes back to bed. Doesn't work. So the next night, Aiwohi Kupua sends his second sister, slightly stronger smelling mele, sends out the scent. Same thing. Laie Kawai wakes up, and Waka is already up, and Waka is like, it's him again. I know what's happening. Get in your bed. No, I'm shutting this down. So third night comes, same thing. Third sister, stronger mele scent, walks into the house. They're used to it by this point. They don't even try it. Go to bed. Fourth night, same thing. Fourth sister, strongest scent of the mele. It's very insistent, but Waka is like, absolutely not. And so Laie Kawai is like, all right, cool. Goes back to bed. Doesn't work. They all fail. Aiwohi Kupua, by this time, he is out of patience and he is outraged. And he's like, that's it. I'm done. I'm angry. You sisters have failed me. And I'm going back to Kauai. And the sisters are like, all right, well, we tried, our best. Maybe if you were better, you could do it yourself. Whatever. And so he goes to get into his canoes and he's leaving. And then the sisters are going, and he's like, nope. I changed my mind. You're not coming back to Kauai with me. As punishment for failing me, you all have to stay here. I'm not bringing you back home. And the girls are like, what? Excuse me? Like, we were trying to help you. We didn't even have to do that. Like, how dare you? And he won't let them in his canoes. So Kahalo Mapuana, the youngest sister, goes to him and is like, okay, listen, you need to reconsider because like we tried to do you a solid and here you are leaving us here. Like we don't even want to be here. We're here for you, dude. So he is like, they're like sailing at this point. The girls are like following him on land while the canoes are sailing, but Kahalo Mapuana went out to the canoes. So she's on the canoe with him and he's like, all right, listen, I'll tell you what. Since you are the only sister who didn't actually fail me because you didn't get a chance to try, I am going to let you stay and only you. And Kahalo Mapuana is like, what? She's like, no way, I'm not doing that. Jumps in the ocean, swims back to her sisters. So they're there on the Big Island. He goes back to Kauai. So we'll leave him there. Aiwohi Kupua, his story doesn't end there, but we'll leave him there. It's fine. We're going to stay with the sisters. Now, they don't really know what to do, so they go back to Paliuli, and they find Laie Kawai's house. And they decide to try to, they want to like tell her what happened and see if she can help them. And so the first night, the first sister goes and she sings this beautiful song. Laie Kawai and Waka hear it, but they don't trust it. They're like, no. Second night, second sister sings another song. Laie Kawai's like, oh, this is really pretty, but no. Third night, third sister, same thing, sings another song. Fourth night, fourth sister, same thing. Fifth night, the youngest sister, Kahalo Mapuana, makes tea leaf flutes. And she uses the tea leaf to make a flute, and she plays this really beautiful song on the tea leaf flute. And it is so beautiful that Laie Kawai is like, this is really the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. And I need to go at least talk to them, see what they want. So they go out and they talk to these women, and they tell them what happened, that their brother left them there because Laie Kawai wouldn't come out and marry him or whatever. And Laie Kawai has a lot of sympathy for them. Is like, that's messed up. Yeah, how about you all stay here? Guess what? You guys can stay here. You can be my attendants, but we're just going to be fabulous and surf and float around on birds all day, and it's going to be amazing. And all the sisters are like, yay, fantastic. We'll just stay here in paradise with you. Sounds like a pretty good deal for us. And so that's all those 5 sisters stayed there with Laie Kawai in Paliuli, and it was great. So that's where we will leave our story for today. Again, there are lots of different versions of this story, and we'll talk about that next week when we talk about that next line in the 3rd verse, Ikapu lau I o Mali'o, which is talking about the tea leaf flute of Mali'o. And we'll kind of talk about some differences because we were just talking about the tea leaf flute with Kahalo Mapuana. So this is where we get into some kind of like different versions of stories and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's dance. All right, let's do our first verse. Our kahea is ʻaia. Well, we're going to, we made it back home. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to the first verse. Our kahea here is ʻaia. Oh yeah. I just saw my car driving up out the window and I forgot, hello, my husband is home and he just took the car. He just had to go get a COVID test. Anyway, it's probably negative. It's just precaution. But anyway. So here we go. First verse is, our kahea is ʻaia. Okay? We're saying ʻaia laʻiei kawai eo. We're saying there is laʻiei kawai, right? So hand motion is going, again, in, we place out, and then the hands float up, and then down, grace down like once, and they're gonna settle here on your mouth. And so the AO is out to the right and to the left, okay? It's not really 45, 45, it's more here. I like to mark everything. In Manu Boyd's workshop, he was just talking about how everybody has to be so specific and so perfectly synchronized, and it's kind of because of competition culture and score sheets that everybody's very, very exact, and how that's not really how their aunties danced, how their kupuna danced. That it was a lot more flowy, a lot more kind of you're feeling it yourself, and so, you know, maybe think about how I mark everything really specifically, which I think is still valuable because I want to take the guesswork out of this for you. But I also think that it's important for you to remember that what really matters is your performance and your feeling. You can have the most perfect marks in the world, but if you're not connecting with the song itself and allowing your body to follow the emotion of it, especially if you're dancing solo, then you're really missing the heart of the point of all this. You're not telling that story because you're missing like the most important element. So I want you to just keep that in mind when we're going over our marks. All right, so again, let's count it out. We go 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, place out 3, 4, down 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Zyla says she wishes she could have taken the class. It was great. And we did ʻaina how, which is, the song is so good. And they were literally doing it from like the literal room, probably where Kaiulani was born. It was written by her mother, Princess Miriam Likelike. Hopefully more of us can take the next one. I think they're doing it monthly or something. They haven't announced anything, but it's probably going to be with a different kumula. But we'll see. Maybe we can get a few more of us who've been doing this class together to do that. But We'll see. It's fabulous. Okay, so we're doing this with just a regular kaholo, right? So let's do that with our kaholo. Just right and left. And 5, 6, 7, ʻaina. 1, 2, place out 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7 to your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now here's where the first change is going to come in. We're going to do the same thing we did before, where we're going to do a kaholo to the to our right side, a kaholo that just takes us to face the right side. But instead of doing a kaholo huli, we're going to take the huli out of it. I never liked the huli in that spot. I don't know why I've kept it in for so long, but that's, you know, whatever. It's my career, so I'm changing it. I was like, every time you're like looking up and you're trying to do this, and it's like, it's just never really felt right to me. So we're scrapping it. We're gonna go, your kaholo is gonna take you to the side, right, left, right, tap. And then we're gonna kaholo diagonally toward your left side. And you're gonna dip. Left, right, left, tap. Okay, so just do that kaholo right and left. 5, 6, 7, huli. Right, left, right, tap, dip, and here, tap. Okay? Your hands are going to change a little bit too. What we're doing here, hands are out like this. We're going to do the same thing going up into the uplands. I kauka, right? Kauka. I kauka valela. So up, she's up in the uplands. And then hands are going to come here. And then we're going to actually cross down and then up. So what my hands are doing is my hands are out like this, and I'm going here, up, like that. Okay? Ready? And hands out. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, it's the same thing. We're going up, ha'aleva. We're going to ha'aleva up right, drop left. Okay? So, up right, drop left, kaholo to the right, face the front right, left, right, tap, left, right, left, and then another set, right and left. So it's just kaholo for the rest of that verse. So again, let's do the footwork, starting with the kaholo, huli to the side, kaholo diagonal back to the left, ha'aleva or ka'o, up right, drop left, kaholo right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, go. Right, left, right, tap, diagonal, drop, left, ha'aleva, up, right, drop, left, kaholo to the front, right, tap, left, right, left, tap. Yeah. Yay, no more huli. Yes, diagonal back, but face exactly faces. I know. I was like, every time I do the huli, I feel like I lose my balance. And I've danced this song for how long? And I choreographed it. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? Like, I don't like those. There's always those little moments that just like are trying to tell you this isn't the right spot for that. And sometimes you need to listen. So, yes. So we're going diagonal back. So we go to the side and diagonal, yes. So this is your left side. What I'm trying to do is keep us from being fully to the side this way. Because if you're here like this, what happens with motions that go like that is the audience, I feel like they don't get a good look at this. Here, they can see that. You see how you can see that? But if I turn to the side, you see something happening, but you don't really, I like this, it has the same impact. It's sort of like when you do ua, facing like your rain, this side. It's like, what you're doing is this, but you can't see anything happening. Because it's like, I don't know. I'm probably the only one who thinks that. I don't care. I like it. So you're gonna turn your left shoulder, cheat it towards the audience a little bit. That's how you're going diagonal, like this. Okay. So I'm going basically like this, right, left, right, tap. Then watch this shoulder. I go left, right, left, tap. So see how I was like this, and then I just went like that. Just to not overcomplicate it. All right, let's do it again. Just the feet, and then we'll add those hands. 5, 6, 7 to the side. Right, left, right. Tap, diagonal drop. Left, right, left, ha'aleva, up, right, drop. Left, kaholo to the front, right, left, right, tap, left, right, left, tap. Yes? Okay. Let's add the hands. So again, like we said, hands are out here right now. We're going to go up into the uplands, right, left, right, tap. Then I'm going to drop, diagonal left, right, left, tap. Now when I'm here, I'm going to do my ʻohana ni helue kahi. I'm saying number 1, beauty, right? So while we're here, hands are up. We're diagonal like this. We're bringing the left hand to meet the right hand. And then I'm going to pull this elbow back towards my ear. Right now, my hands are kind of out here like this, but I want this move to end up here like that. So see that difference? I'm like here. I need this elbow to come back like that. So I'm here. Bring the left hand to meet the right. Both of them flip. So that this hand's facing out now, and you've pulled this elbow back, while this hand comes and traces your beautiful face, right? So we're here. And I'm looking down, not down while I'm doing this. I'm not looking like this because, like I always say, this looks sad. This looks like you're admiring yourself, like looking into like a still pond, and you can see your beautiful reflection like this. Okay? All right. Kanani, that's you, the beauty. Kanani helue kahi, number 1, right? So, oh my gosh, that kid's being so cute. All right, back here. All right, ready? Kaholo, 5, 6, 7, go. Right, left, right. Tap, left, right, left, ha'aleva, up, right, drop, left. Now kaholo, make your 1, 1, right, left, right, tap. Okay, now we're here. We finish this kaholo, left, right, left, tap. Okay, all right. Couple things. On this, when we're coming here, I want you to kanani helue kahi. I don't want you to pull this. Remember, this arm, your right arm, is doing more here. So what happens a lot is your left arm will kind of get left out of the control and the grace of it all. So what happens in this spot a lot is we're here, this hand ends up going just like, we're here, just like here, while this hand is going here. All nice and slow and graceful. But if this hand pulls back really fast like that, it's going to draw the eye. So people are going to, this could be as graceful as you want all day long, but if this one is pulling the eye, then it kind of, you lose the effect that you're going for. So make sure that you are dropping this hand down, this left hand, drop this left hand down, and then pinch the skirt as it comes up here like this. So let's kind of coordinate those. Yeah, so let's coordinate those two together so that it looks like they both flow with the same intensity, if that makes sense. The same thing That's going to apply to the same. We'll talk about the next hand motion too because it's the same principle. But let's walk back to ika uka valela. So go up the mountain. So we just did eo. 5, 6, 7, go. Ika uka valela o paliuli ha'alava o kanani kolo helue kahi o paliuli. And now we're gonna huli here. What I was doing before, I think what we did last week was I pulled this arm in, we went like that. What I want to do is leave this arm out, and as I turn, it's going to stay out, and this hand is going to come from the here and out. And so, oh no, here and out to the side, and this one's going to finish here. And that's on that huli. I'm always fighting not to raise my left hip first. Oh yeah, okay. So Ella brings up a really good point, which is super common. What's happening is, okay, so again, mirror me. So if you are, when we're doing our ha'aleva, what's happening is, we're used to our ha'aleva going right, left, right. If we want to do these levels, we're going up, left, or up, right, drop left, up, right, drop left, up, right, drop left. What happens a lot when we do this move, even if you've done a lot of ha'aleva before, what happens is that you're pushing up with this. I think it comes from the fact that you're pushing with the ball of your left foot because you're pushing to the side like that. See, I'm doing that with my foot opposite hip. What happens is this hip might want to go up. So it goes like this instead of going like this. So I don't know what the solution is other than practice. And it helps if you're looking in a mirror too or recording yourself because you can see that circular motion happening if you're kind of getting it right. And don't forget these muscles here above your hips are really, really important with this move. They're really helping to control. So hopefully that helps a little bit, but very common. Okay, go back to your ika uka valela. Ready? And here we go. 5, 6, 7, go. Ika uka valela o paliuli ha'alava o kanani helue kahi o paliuli e. Okay, so this is a kaholo huli. We're leaving this huli in because it's easy and it's pretty. But what's happening with your hand here, let's talk about what each hand is doing. Right now, your right hand is stretched out like this to the side. When you finish, it's going to be at a 45-degree angle. So what this hand is doing is it's staying out while I'm turning, and it's finishing at a 45-degree angle here. Okay, even though your body is finishing, has just gone a full 180, you're going back like this. Okay. Your other hand, sorry, I'm looking out the window. Somebody's walking up. I'm like, are they coming to my door? This hand is coming here and then out to this. It's going to finish out to the side. So this hand is here right now, and what it's doing is it's going to go out like this. Now, this is another spot, like I was saying, where you want to make sure that you are timing out when your arm actually comes up. Because if you don't, what happens is, like, you end up like this, or just like hit, and the beginning of it. What I want to do is hide this move in the turn. So in the huli, in the turn, as I'm coming here like this, and I'm here, magic. So you want your hand to appear out to the side. I'm trying to think if I can explain that better, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. Kind of hide it in the turn back there. So raise it up on like I think it's the third step. So I'm going like this. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now in 45, hand is out. Was it sort of hiding it, kind of? Again, because I don't want to pull the focus onto this hand. I just want it, but I do want it to be out. All right. I might be spending too much time on this part. Oh well. Let's do it again. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then raise up. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're just raising up your right hand. And my hand is just staying facing up like this. So it's just floating up like this. Oh, polyuli. Okay? All right. Go back to ika uka. Ready? And 5, 6, 7, go. Ika uka valela. Oh, polyuli. Ha'aleva. O kanani. Helue kahi. O polyuli. Raise up. 5, 6, and then it repeats. And go. Aya. Aya la ie ikabai. Ayo. Side. And ika uka. Ika uka valela o paliuli ha'alava o kanani. Helue kahi o paliuli. Raise up. Yeah? Let's do it with music. Remember, 2 times through. There is no vamp in between. There's no paw. Okay. Whoa, it's 12:07 already. Give me. Call your kahea. ʻaina. Okay. All right, I want to get into the second verse. I'm running a little short on time, so I want to get through it. Second verse is Komai la keli'i, right? Komai. Komai is our kahea. We're calling Komai. What we're saying here is Komai la keli'i. The ali'i, the high-ranking person, this princess, is resting. Ika e heu onamanu. She's resting on the wings of the birds. Fabulously. Okay? Komai la keli'i, ika e heu onamanu. O kanani, helue kahi, o paliuli. So again, we go back to that same refrain, this like number 1 beauty of paliuli, right? So we're gonna start this verse with a side kaholo. So we're starting that side kaholo to the right. So again, mirror me, just the feet. I'm gonna go here to the right, right, left, right, tap, left, right, finish facing front. And make sure, just a reminder, to line up your feet. So we're turning to the side this way, and we want our feet to line up here in a straight line. We don't want to step too far back like this. We want to be right in a line like that. And stay low, nice and low. This move becomes very kind of static because it's so slow. So if you're just going like that, there's like no movement, which like, okay, fine. But I like there to be more of that slow sway. So try and move that skirt while you're doing this. All right, so we're here. We just finished ʻopaliuli. So what I'm doing here is I'm stepping. This hand is gonna come in like this, and this hand is gonna come up and over. So I'm going like that, and when I step back into this first step, that's where I want my little tiny skinny U to happen. There's a tiny skinny U, so it's going like your hand is coming down like this and making a tiny U and coming straight back up. The point of that is to make it look a little bit more graceful, because otherwise what happens is everyone goes and then bounces their hand back up and everyone ends up going like this. And then it's like a moment of kind of sharpness that I want to take out of there. So we're gonna avoid that by having our hand travel in a super skinny U back there. That allows you to just go down and up. So you're coming around here, right, left, right, and then here, and you're resting left, right, left. Okay, so I'm resting here. My left arm is here up at a bent elbow, and I'm going forward, right? All right, so again, we finish here. 5, 6, 7, kaumai. Kaumai la, keli'i, and now ʻeo. Break the hands apart, ʻeo. Good. So if you think of breaking the hands apart here like this, it gives you a path to travel for your hands like that. If you don't, your hands fill in the blanks with stuff like this. What you want. We want to avoid any extra motion that we don't need. Okay? Let's do the wings of the bird. We're going to kalakaua forward just once with our right foot. We're going to go forward here, right. And then we step back and lunge down. If you can lunge all the way down, please do. All the way down, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're going forward, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I land here, this leg is a little bit straight, not a locked knee, never a locked knee, but it's straight, and I'm up on the toe of my right foot back here, right? So I'm adding the hand motions here. I'm gonna kalakaua forward, and I just did this. I'm gonna bring here on this kalakaua, and then down, and then all the way up. Remember your shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go. Starting with that kalakaua. Hands out, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, down 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. All right, walk that from beginning of this verse. Kaumai. Hands are out here. Nope. Like that. That's where we are. And 5, 6, 7, go. Kaumai la, keli'i, ʻeo. Break the hands apart. And here. Kalakaua. And ikae Heu, up for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? You like the change? Oh, good. I'm glad you like the changes. Yeah, it flows better. I can always tell when I make the changes, like there's a feeling where I'm like, oh yeah, this makes sense, or this doesn't make sense. But yeah, good. I'm glad you like it. Okay, finishing out this verse. We're now back to our Okanani Hiruekahi. So here's what you want to know about this. This kind of might make it a little bit more difficult to think of it this way, but I think each verse is going to flow. So I'm hoping it's not actually as difficult as it sounds. But that Okanani Hiruekahi is going to be basically the same moves each verse, but they're going to be tailored specifically to whatever you were doing right before then. So hands and arms are going to change or whatever, but hopefully that's because your hands and arms are already about where they should be. So it's going to feel natural to go into it, and it's going to feel like it makes sense. You're not having to force your hands into doing something going the opposite way or something like that. What I mean by that is that this is your first sign of that. So we just finished. This is probably why I was getting so confused last week. So we just finished here. Hands are all the way up. And it's going to be the same thing. We're facing front. Let's just do the footwork first. We're going, we're going to ha'alava up, right, drop left. And then we're basically going to go, it's going to be sort of like a kovelu. I'm going right, left, right, tap. Okay, so upright, drop left, turn right, left, right, tap, left, right, left, tap. Okay, so with that ha'alava, my hands are up here. I'm doing the same thing that I did in the first verse where both hands are meeting each other and they're flipping. So my hands right now are like this. They're facing out because I just did up, 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 up. Now they're going to go, again, they're going to flip. Now your right hand is going to be tracing your face. So I'm going up, right, drop left, right, left, right, tap. Yeah? Yeah. It's a little bit different, but I'm hoping it feels like it makes sense. Because then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go upright, drop left, right, left, right. Then this hand circles around. This one comes to your hip, left, right, left. We're going to turn, going right. This hand's going to stay out, and it can just stay there because that's where it needs to be. But now your right hand is hiding in the turn. Here. And up. E. Makes sense, I hope. All right, so again, going back to, we just did I ka e heu o na manu, and reach up 5, 6, 7, go ha'alava up, drop down, and right, left, right, and left, right, left, and right, left, right, left, right, left. Yeah? Let's walk that from the beginning of this verse. Okay, ready? And which time do I have? Ooh. All right, we can't go more than 10 more minutes. Okay. All right, here we go. And kaumai. So hands up here. And kaumai. 5, 6, 7, go. Kaumai la. Keli'i. Eo. And out. Kalakaua. And I ka e down, heu, up, 5, 6, 7, go. Reach up, drop, down, and right, left, right, and left, right, left, huli, right, left, right, and left, right, left. And then again, you're here for your repeats. Yeah? Let's do that with music. I'll take this down a little bit more. Here we go. Start here and call my. And kalakaua. Up, 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 reach up. Up. Right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm running short on time. I just have time to do it one more time through from the beginning. So we're going to go from the very beginning through both of those verses. Yeah, and then I encourage you to keep practicing. Yay, thank you. Keep practicing if you have more time afterwards to try to lock it in. Just run it a few more times. The song is posted to YouTube if you haven't purchased it, so you can find it. Just look for La'ie Kawai Hoku Zudermeister. Here we go. Smile. Aya. Channel La'ie Kawai. Audience. Up, reach up. Up, up. Okay. All right. I'm tired now. It's those lunges, man. Okay. Good work today, everybody. Hope you're liking this. We will definitely push forward with verse 3 next week, which I love. So we get to talk about some mischievous characters, some mischief, and it's really fun. And then I love the ending. I always think whenever I'm teaching each verse, every verse is my favorite, but they're all my favorite. Shoulder and leg day, seriously. Maybe do some lunges on the other side before your muscles get cold, so you even it out. Thank you all for joining me. Practice this song, and I really hope that you're feeling it, that you can kind of channel La'iei Kawai. I want you to feel like you are just as fabulous as she is floating around on the bird wings, because you are. And I hope this song helps you feel beautiful. I feel really beautiful while I'm dancing it, and I hope you do too, because this song is just kind of channeling that, celebrating ourselves, celebrating dancing this and connecting with like other people who dance it. All those things, they just sort of work together to I hope that translates into you feeling good about yourself. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. I will see you next week. We're going to keep going on Inakini. Again, next week, intermediate class is reviewing verse 1 and the hui of Inakini. And La'iei Kawai will do verse 3. Yeah, I'll see you on the Facebook group. Let me know if you have any questions. And I guess I will talk to you soon. All right, mahalo, everybody. Ahui ho.